What are the chances you're finding rusty nuts and bolts while you're wearing
Pescado?
Yeah. Is he around? Is this a signal? Do something cool with it.
No.
Do something cool with it.
What the hell do you do? What's cool about that?
That's literally what.
Some bolts.
Hey, good day, sir. Good day, sir. Good day, sir. Welcome back to Build Breakdown here at Tire Slayer Studios. We got the boys together, but we got something even cooler than our faces right here.
What is that thing? An R33 GTR! What is that thing?
You spend $1, you get one entry to win this R33 GTR. Stop laughing.
How you doing, bro?
Good, how you doing?
Not too bad. Introduce yourself to the camera.
My name is Justin. This is my 1960 Renault Dauphine.
You've seen this car before, haven't you?
I've seen it very thoroughly.
Yeah. Fun fact, there's an unreleased build bio on this
you guys
car.
remember the show Build Biology? You have an unreleased one. This car is phenomenal.
But this works out better because in build bio, they didn't shred, and he's here, and the yard is open. So naturally, shred time. That's what I like to hear. You want to give us a rundown on this thing?
I got it as a desert fine. It was almost white when I got it because of oxidization. I just scotch brighted the whole thing like a lot to get it back to this color.
Is this the original color?
This is the original color.
What year is this vehicle?
1960.
1960. Original color, oxidized as hell. You gave it a scrub.
Actually, right now I had a little clear issue and I took all the clear off of it. So it's back down to the original paint, just polished. It's
Yo, that's...
That's impressive.
Did you get this car bone stock?
It was customized by the desert for 50 years. But yeah, when I got it, it had no interior, no engine. It had a transmission that had been halfway taken apart. The floors were rotted out in it. The only parts of the floors that were left had like 2 inches of rat turds on them.
How long ago did you get it?
2017, like November 2017.
Okay, so you put in some work over these last couple of years.
I've been done with it for 2 years.
That's like lightning speed for us.
You're just seeing the outside of this. You have no idea how absolutely in depth everything is on the inside.
Well, first, let's just pop it like it's hot.
It's cantilever suspension under the hood now.
Look,
That's your fuel tank?
That's the fuel tank right in the front, yep.
I didn't realize the stuff was in the back.
That's silly.
Tell us about the motor.
24 valve VR6 out of like a Volkswagen GTI. Pretty stock. I want to be able to thrash it in the canyons and be able to drive it home still. 6-speed transmission, LSD in the transmission now.
How much power do VR6s make?
It's like 210-ish, 220
210, and
maybe
you said
on a good day.
it weighs what?
About 2,900 pounds.
That's a saucy little thing.
I got a ride in it. This thing boogies.
That's a saucy little setup right there.
I love this.
I really wanted linear power. I want to put a...
I was going to say, there's plenty of room.
There's the kid in me that wants to just put a really big turbo right here.
There's so much room for activities.
It's making my head spin how many activities we can do.
I think that's going to take away from the drivability in the canyons because it's a canyon car. It's not a straight line
Listen,
car.
man, listen, look.
It's a grip car.
You got to look in the mirror and ask yourself, are you a scumbag?
Of course I'm a scumbag.
Then what are you doing? Ruin it.
I have other cars that are fast.
Yeah, see, I kind of tell myself that, and then I f up anyway. Like,
Yeah.
But what'd you say the suspension was?
It's all custom. So it's a cantilever setup. The suspension pushes up on this side of this cantilever arm and pushes down on that side.
Oh.
It's got NASCAR takeoff, sway bars front and rear. So the front sway bar is about 1.25 inches in diameter.
all that cantilever?
I did.
Oh, now you got someone's attention. What is La Brute?
La Brute is the bully in French. When I first started building this guy in France reached out to me and was talking to me about it. And he was super excited about the build because nobody ever does anything cool with these. We came up with this in the end. It started out just all, the usual profanity in French and, bad words in French. But then we ended with this. This is fitting to the car,
As you do. How you meet people, you're like, hey man, tell me how to say this.
Yeah.
It was left-hand drive when I bought it, but if you're building everything yourself, you might as well do what you want. I built the e-brake and built a shifter. It's a full pedestal shifter.
Yo, I can't imagine there being seats in the back of this thing. Oh, there she goes.
Spacious than you thought.
There's an alternator where the back seat was.
How does...
It's a Chase Bay big 240 SX tuck radiator.
Where does it pull air from?
It's got the original ducts here that go into these ductwork and push back forward, but then the center console isn't just a center console, it's a duct that goes from under the front of the car above the splitter through the middle of the car, right into the middle.
So that makes sense, because I was like, there's there's no way you're getting anything through there. So you really put some time into this bad boy.
Yeah, and the arrow is quasi-functional just because it does function as intended, but I'm not an engineer. I didn't design it in CAD or anything. The whole bottom of the car is flat plate aluminum to the back of the motor.
Dang.
So from here all the way to the very, very back is all just flat under the car. And this goes in, and it goes into an area beneath the trunk floor and above the aluminum, and then it allows it to exit on the side.
Why are people so good at building cars? This is really cool. You look at it and you're like, oh, that might be over the top, but it's really not. It's really like a balance level thing with a lot of cool flair to it.
I'm not a really show-off kind of guy, so I tried to make everything that was outlandish function. So the wheels are this far out because the suspension is this far out. I can't get much narrower of an offset of a wheel to pull them in further to get it under the fenders or under the quarter panel because the suspension is so wide. The car is just so narrow from the factory.
This was originally mid-engine or was it front engine?
Originally rear engine, so it
Yeah,
had an 848cc. Total motor size is about like this big.
Yeah.
Tiny little motor.
Explains the
And it was in line, so it was straight right here, tiny little motor. In front of it had a tiny little transmission, and then on top of that it had a radiator, so these ducts on the side are factory, and they fed into the radiator that was like this far behind the rear seat. So the back seat must have been baking in the summertime. You know?
Right.
So it was engine, transmission, so it was like a Porsche.
Like a Porsche, like a Volkswagen, yeah. It's kind of the typical thing of the post-war Europe cars.
Well, I don't know about you guys. I want to hear it. Like, that's where I'm at.
It's fired up.
Yeah, I want to hear it. I want to see it.
Have you ever slid it around or anything yet?
I brought it out to the balcony. It's definitely not a drift car, but it does do donuts well.
It's probably got a lot of grip over the rear tire, considering the motor is literally on top of the rear tire.
But it also weighs 2,100 pounds.
So my intention is to swap tires before we get tearing up too
Okay.
much. I don't want to tear my front
Yeah, no,
tires up.
you're a smart man. And, that only leads to us making you try to do worse things.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
What a scumbag.
Let's get the reaction. Oh my God.
It's alive!
Yo, this is the car I would build if I was good at building cars. This is another car I kind of want to build myself. You think I fit?
I love the way Brian attacks getting in cars.
Yeah, head first.
It's always so unnatural.
I fit in a bed than shark cars.
Oddly impressive.
Have we talked about the grips yet?
Vinny just got here.
Original mushroom. Look at that.
They're a little sticky from the sun, but that's all right.
They're also sticky because they were made in 1983.
What are mushrooms? What are mushrooms?
I think that's
Do you know what mushrooms are?
Yeah, that's a BMX thing now.
Nice mushrooms.
Nice
Can you not film me getting out?
I'll do it from back here. I just want to show the size comparison of this man getting out of this car.
Wipers off.
Here we go.
We got to ask the VR6 question of all time. How many oil pans have you been through?
Zero, because the frame goes under it.
Oh, okay.
And it's
He
got a
fixed the
little
one
belly.
problem with the
yeah,
VR6.
yeah.
When they built the Mark III, they built it originally for a 4-cylinder, and when they put the VR in, the oil pan sat about 2 inches lower. So, like, number one thing when you ran a lowered car was you would just pull the whole pan right off the car with the pump attached.
All right, well, these guys nerd out again. I'm going to try to convince them to change the tires and get this party going. Be right back.
I just got out here and Hurt just handed me the camera and was like, I'm done. If you guys want to keep talking, him and Soupy are going to go get ice cream.
Yep.
There's ice cream.
When the fuck did we get ice cream?
This is really cool, man. It's a crazy car.
It's not a drift car for sure, but it'll do
Well,
the
it's going to
donuts.
be one today.
It's party time!
I like the NASCAR across the lawn donuts. Just to see if it'll get the torsion to re-engage.
I'm not responsible. I'm not responsible.
to this point, I've only seen it like parked in parking lots. Sorry, your diff opens up a bit, but you know,
It is what it is.
we have a Miller that'll do that. It fixes it.
I got the same kind of Miller filler, you know? Little Lincoln Mocker back there.
You know, I know the shred score is the 69. I'm a 2 thumbs up kind of guy.
What does that even work out to be?
I mean, it was sick.
He's ruining the math for all of us.
On sound alone, I would give him a 99. It's not a drift car, put a bunch of smoke up. I would give him a 48.
Thinking about this, you gotta factor in the car, the commitment level, I say the sound. You also have to factor in the fact that he's trying to outdrive a car that wasn't really meant to do this. So,
I'm gonna go ahead and give him a.
well, I'm doing
It's just taking so long. Based on that, it was pretty hard to drive, and I know this thing could get down. I'd say 46.
I was gonna go 48.
I was gonna go.
Yeah, he's gonna see it.
You gave him a thumbs up. That's 1 point.
You gave him 1 point.
How do you know it's 1 point?
Because when you're counting, that's 1. That's 2, 3, 4, 5.
Fingers are 1. This isn't a finger.
Yeah, it is.
Two friends stab each other in the front.